know what it's like to feel guilty about the death of a loved one, too. My Uncle Ben. It's my fault he died.
Did you kill him?
Well, no, but I could have stopped the guy who did. Hey, those are beautiful. What are they, some kind of daisy?
Something as rare as she was.
I'm sure she forgives you.
Thanks, Peter. But I kinda want to be alone right now.
Yeah, okay, sorry, just trying to help.
I know, but this is not something you can help with.
Maybe someone else can.
Do you think what Peter said is true? That Agatha forgives me for what I did?
The only person you need to forgive is yourself.
Forgive myself for murdering someone I loved? How?
By first accepting that it was not your fault.
Of course it was my fault. It's always my fault. If I had learned to control my powers better, she would be here today.
Maybe there is a lesson in all this tragedy.
Yeah? And what's that?
You learned what happens when you let yourself get out of hand. The best way to honor Agatha's memory is to learn from those mistakes in order to ensure it will never happen again.
See, you say it's not my fault, but that's not really what you think. You think I'm as dangerous as Caretaker does. I still haven't been able to look her in the eye since I've been back. She hates me.
You cannot hide from her forever. You need to figure out how to summon the courage to face her, so that both of you can move on.
Yeah, you're right. I owe her that.
You owe it to yourself, and Agatha. Agatha would want the two of you to be reconciled.
I know. I just don't know if I can make that happen.
Try. For Agatha.
Yeah, for Agatha. I, kinda need a few more minutes alone with her. Go on without me.
I will take my leave then.
Thanks, Hunter.
Why do you have so much money?
Is a reconstituted revenant about to hit me up for cash, or...?
I mean, what is the point of having so much?
Oh, you aren't kidding. Concept of billionaire didn't exist back then, huh? What's the best way to put this? Money isn't everything, but it's a lot of things. It gets you access, and greases the wheels. If you want to make big changes, money is a necessary evil.
Sounds like you have made peace with it.
Of course not. I do useful things with my money. Most billionaires sit on their wealth so they can become even bigger billionaires. Or worse, they toy with vanity projects so they can lob cars at Venus, or write their names across the entire surface of Australia. You know, standard rich idiot nonsense. They never bother to ask, am I making the world better for everyone, or just myself? Or worse, they do, and they just don't care. But that's fine. Makes it easier to schedule them for a hostile takeover.
Hunter, you look confused.
We are both old, correct?
Ouch. I feel young at heart.
I mean, we have both been around for a very long time. Some things are still beyond me, like the microwave.
Man, was I glad when indoor plumbing became a thing.
It was inevitable. Humans always strive for more.
It's all just problem solving. Do you know what the internet is?
Yes, Nico says it is a place to look at pictures of cats.
Among other things. Learning how to type on a computer was hell. How do kids type so damn fast on those things? I sliced through my first one.
Sliced? How?
I pressed the space key too hard and let's just say the claws came out. Change isn't always a bad thing.
We just adapt.
Exactly.
Our time to stop Chthon is running short. At this point, I'm willing to try just about anything. So if you have any bright ideas...
Surely the situation is not as dire as it seems. There must be more to learn, more secrets to unlock, some weakness we could discover about Chthon.
That's what I'm doing. If there's even a hint of a notion of a way to stop Chthon, I will ferret it out. If the circumstances weren't so dire, I might even find this fun.
Keep at it. Do not give up. We have to find something in one of those books.
These books tell me Chthon has been a threat before civilization began, when all that walked the earth were the Elder Gods.
But what else? Surely there is some bit of knowledge we can use. What other things did you learn?
I could keep you up all night blathering on about this, so tell me specifically what you are curious about.
The prophecy mentions the sleeping giant awakening. If that is Hulk, how important is he to Chthon's goals?
I'm not sure, other than his presence complicates our ability to stop Hydra and Lilith's efforts.
Something will have to be done about him, or Stark may lose his mind. What about the Darkhold? Could it not provide us with secrets of Chthon?
The Darkhold is dangerous in its own way. With Chthon locked away in another dimension, this is how he has sought to influence events in our world. It is Chthon's own words laid down in print. We cannot trust it as a reliable aid in our battle. It would be like trying to defeat Ultron using his own memoir. Nothing good will come of it.
And the writing is probably awful anyway. I do not want to hinder you anymore. Keep reading. Surely there is something we can use.
I hope you're right. And I'll keep digging.
You ever notice how pop culture never gets witches right?
I do not know if you noticed, but I am not exactly an expert on pop culture, Wanda.
I know I have. There are old, outdated tropes of witches flying around on broomsticks, turning children into mice with potion-laced chocolate, using glamours to change the color of our hair. Real witches don't just wiggle their nose and get the dishes to do themselves. Real magic comes with a price, and real witches end up paying it. It's not all magic wands and midnight margaritas.
Have you ever considered teaching these filmmakers a lesson?
What, like casting a spell on them?
Well, I was thinking more of a hex.
I'm pretty sure that's a waste of my energy.
Are there any depictions of witches you do like?
Just the ones that have cats as familiars. Reminds me of Agatha and Ebony.
Yeah, with everything going on, I'm gonna put book club on a hiatus until things are less apocalyptic.
I hope we come back to this in the future.
Same here. Books are a gourmet meal for thought. Not to call anyone out, but you just can't feed your mind gristle.
It would be a shame if Nico heard you say that.
Nice try. She knows what I think of her taste in movies. Besides, I said it to her face last week.
What did she say?
Don't make me magic all your books into screenplays, unpublished screenplays. In the face of a threat like that, I'm not too proud to admit I backed down. Actually, I need to thank you for sticking around since the beginning, for all your help with Carol.
Of course.
I don't get close to many people. I never get into relationships. That's not a rule I ever break. But I did with Carol. Beyond all the reasons, I find her amazing. Do you know why?
You are into her because she can kick your ass.
That's exactly it.
Really? I was joking.
I'm not. Vampires fight dirty. They'll kill whoever you love just because they can. If they really want you to suffer, they'll turn your true love into one of them. That's why dating me is a death sentence, and I refuse to put that weight on anyone. But can you imagine some pissant vampire trying to chow down on Captain Marvel? First, his fangs would snap off on contact with her skin, then she'd just chuck it into space. No hiding from the sun out there. There's no way they can ever touch her. But it's not just that.
It is you. She is safe from you.
Yeah. I never break my rule because I know deep down there's a chance I could lose control. But with Carol, hell, she could hold me over her head till I was myself again. Wouldn't even break a sweat.
I am so sorry to hear that.
Please don't. I have no sympathy for the monster inside me, and neither should you. This isn't really about me.
It is about everyone else.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you joined me for all of this. Maybe next time the world is ending, I'll start a sparring club.
A sparring club? Is that just training with a fancy name?
You saw right through me. You calling it?
Yeah, I am done.
We ain't built for this.
I disagree. We can still defeat my mother.
No. You and me doing this? Living weapons ain't designed to relax. Can make a fella downright resentful.
Do not call me that. I am not what you think I am.
I didn't realize denying the obvious was your thing. Look, if you actually want to defeat your mom, you need to accept what you are and what you're for. Take it from someone who knows. Or don't. I'll sleep the same either way.
To think, long ago the nation of Transia was once the seat of power for the heroic knights of Wundagore.
Might as well be Camp Hydra these days.
They're pulling in reinforcements from everywhere. But reinforcing what exactly?
Mount Wundagore. There's been something wrong with that place for as long as I can remember.
Something like this.
Nothing wrong with that. Now we know where to strike. Time for a little payback on Queen Demon... No? Right. Make one slight mistake.
Handing my mother the last page of the Darkhold?
Bringing back the Hulk?
Okay, same mistake. Technically, fine. You take point then.
Roger that.
Actually, how about you let us handle things? The Sanctum, Tony's Gamma Death Star, Wanda. Think about it. Every time we listen to you all, some new catastrophe seems to happen. You're not our babysitter, Hunter. You're our leader. And we are the Midnight Suns. We're family.
And family's family. So this time,
We got your back.
Then what are we waiting for?
what if we aim for his heart or something?
He's not a vampire. He's a gamma-powered muscle man.
Juiced up with a heavy dose of Lilith's corruption.
In other words, we're screwed.
Look, I know Lilith is like a dark goddess with an extra angry Hulk as her number 2.
Don't forget the Parchment of Power. She's got that too, which is like super OP.
But we've got something that she doesn't.
A death wish?
No, dude. We've got friends. Each other. We're the Midnight Suns. And you know what we Suns do?
We rise.
We've got this, guys. We have to believe in ourselves if we're gonna pull this off. Blade, Robbie, you know what to do, right?
We'll see you soon, Nico.
Better not leave me hanging, because our entire continued existence depends on us.
Right. No pressure. It's just the end of the world.
Not if we can help it.
I'll be monitoring the troops' movements from here. You have a small window to strike the facility and get out.
What if we like the place and want to move in?
Watch it. If you want to prove yourself on this mission, you don't need to start acting like Tony Stark. You're traveling to the heart of Lilith's power.
We know. We'll be extra careful. What? No giant alien slime bubbles, demon energy barriers, or jolly green monsters?
Then they're ours.
That room.
Lilith, too. So it was here, all along. Wanda was right.
She usually is.
Right. One problem at a time. Midnight Suns, assemble! Or whatever.
Yes. Midnight Suns assemble or whatever.
Why not?
It looks as if Lilith has sent every last Hydra goon she could find to guard the entrance.
Between the creepy glow and the howling demonic Hulk, I think we're running out of time.
We must not let them stand in our way.
Here's one for ya.
They cannot possibly match your strength.
To think this was once hallowed ground, long before Lilith was entombed here.
Too bad it was Hydra that finally stuck around.
Chthon has been waiting eons for this moment. I'm not giving Hydra any more credit than I have to.
Nor should you.
Let's try this. Anybody else just get a weird feeling?
Do not push your luck.
Ugh, I still don't get why these guys keep fighting. It can't be the money. What else do mercenaries take in trade?
We both know what Lilith offers them, Nico. A false promise of eternity catered to every corrupted mind.
A spell carried on silent whispers.
Now is not the time to romanticize our peril.
Buy us some time!
Get inside while you can! Leave that to me!
Punch it!
Hell yeah!
You alone among your kind can serve as the conduit of my power, precious child. Liber tenebris, reversus est nobis. Only a few moments longer. Together we will reforge the Darkhold and usher in...
It's over, lady!
Mother, no! Stop this!
Lucky shot. She won't hit me again.
But it is all for you. Everything I do is always for you, child.
Block her out! She gave up the right to call you that word when she sold her soul to that monster.
The truth shall reveal itself soon enough, sister.
Even with her attention focused on that damn book, Lilith's barrier will not be easy to bring down.
Yeah, but the cave sure is.
Midnight suns, disassemble.
Now you're talking.
It's not the most elegant solution, but bringing the roof down on them will certainly put a damper on things.
Should have hit a few of those columns with the hell line. I'm gonna tell Robbie you said that. Nothing to worry about.
Consider it done.
No mercy for the wicked.
That was even better than I expected.
I'd watch your head.
We can break them all.
Do not waste your strength here, child. What has been set in motion cannot be undone. Will not be undone.
You have the power to stop this, Mother!
A debt of blood is owed, and a debt of blood shall be paid. Chthon will rise.
There's no convincing her. You know what you have to do.
Sarah, my sister. It's been far too long.
Don't speak as if you know me, demon. You haven't been my sister for centuries.
It saddens me to hear you say that. But there's still time for you to see things his way.
No one calling themselves a Midnight Sun will ever join your corrupted ranks. I promise you that.
You can't run this time.
You do not have to show off for me, Blade.
Lilith may have found the one man, or monster, capable of withstanding the dark energies of that book long enough to fully restore it.
Banner's been nothing but trouble since this whole thing started.
We both know what it is like to have a power that others desire, Blade.
Maybe, but I don't rip my clothes off and go berserk whenever I'm in a bad mood. Stark should have just nuked this place from orbit. You know he's got one somewhere.
We have enough problems with the Hulk as it is. I doubt that would calm his temper.
I say we do it anyway. Burn them all! Vengeance has come!
It is nice not being on the receiving end of your wrath.
This temple will be buried for another 1,000 years.
That barrier is still holding!
Liber Tenebris reversus es nobi!
Get out of there, now! You've done more than anyone could ask!
Almost! Yo, Demon Lady! One thing before we go. This is for
Johnny Blaze!
No! The spell must not be interrupted!
Now we may leave!
Mother.
Your mother died centuries ago. Now get out of there!
What's wrong?
Everything.